Hello there, this is Caroline Nettle from spiritualgrowthtools.co.uk, and we are rapidly approaching the end of February 2019, so I thought what I would do is a little quick reading for March and what's coming up. It is unseasonably warm here in the UK. We hit 20 degrees yesterday, which is ridiculous for February, so we're all expecting it to go back into cold again, but anyway, so yeah, I think my project is right on time. I'm just setting up the website, so if you want to go and have a look at that as well, it's wildnettlegardens.com. And just as I was tuning into the angels before I came on to make this video, I heard the words, "be more loving." And that reminds me of a conversation I had last night with a really good friend of mine in Sweden. And we were saying that, you know, as I find irritation in other people or judge them or think that they're just behaving appallingly towards me, what I'm hearing from the angels is we really need to look for the love that is shining inside them, or the love that they are looking for, because most people act atrociously when they are hurting the most. So people in pain cause pain. I learned that a long time ago, and yes, it's true. So when someone's just really not being kind or polite or just behaving appallingly, possibly try looking for the light or the love inside them and see if you can't regard them with a more compassionate approach. I think it will make you a better person, but B, also help to diffuse whatever's going on in your life. So that was just something that came to me. God, I love the angels. So I'm going to pull 3 cards. Now the problem that I have with showing you these cards is sometimes they're a little bit raunchy, and I just don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. So I'm just picking 4 cards, and that was my phone. Very professional not to switch it off, sorry about that. But I'm just human. So luckily all the cards that I've pulled have their clothes on. So what I do, if you've never watched one of my videos before, is I pull 1 card for each week of the month. So we're talking about March, week 1 for 2014, Angel of Space Clearing. It is time to clear old negative thoughts and feelings. So that, if I can stop the light shining on it, is a beautiful card. And what I'm really drawn to is the third eye. It's enormous. So what I do is I show you the cards and then we'll tune into them. So Angel of Space Clearing first week. God of Conflict Resolution. You are being encouraged to walk away from a current conflict. I really should put some glasses on. Again, I see his third eye. So that's interesting. So clear your space, walk away from conflict. Angel of Support. The universe has heard your silent call for help. Now, I love this card. Look at her. She's got butterfly wings. So there you're being assured that your plea for help has been heard. And Goddess of the Unknown, a new chapter in your life is around the corner. Remove fear and embrace the unknown. Well, I just love that. What a great card it is too. So March feels to me from these 4 cards as a fairly new experience is coming, and I feel that, you know, just as we're kind of waking up a little bit from winter and kind of rubbing our eyes as spring comes. I mean, like I said, it's hot and things are starting to bloom, but Angel of Space Clearing. So now is the time to dust off those cobwebs. If you've got a closet or a cupboard that you just shove things into all year, take a look through it. Get a big bag for charity and a big bag for, you know, recycling, and just get rid of everything that doesn't bring you joy, that isn't useful, or that you just don't seem to want anymore. So it feels as though you need to be clearing out some space or specific. I feel like the angels have got something specific in mind for you, like Tomorrow what I'm going to be doing is a dear friend of mine is rubbish at decluttering, so we're going to attack her garage. Now, what am I expecting tomorrow? I will be throwing away a lot of empty boxes if I know my friend properly. And there'll be lots of things, but I'm looking for some cardboard, so that could be really good. But my point is, once we've cleared some space in the garage, she can move some stuff from her house that perhaps she doesn't want to trip over every day. Do you see what I mean? So we can rework the space. So clear the cobwebs out, dust off the old energy and allow new stuff to come in. And then we get to especially the thoughts. I'm hearing especially the thoughts. So if you continually put yourself down, make a really concerted effort to not do that anymore, because I feel as we clear space mentally as well as physically, we allow new, better things to come in. Because the next card is God of Conflict Resolution, and you're being asked to walk away from a situation. And I think this relates to family a little bit. I'm feeling that some of the energy from family and Christmas and all that time spent and some possible bad feelings that you might have towards certain members of your family, I'm feeling like you're being encouraged to just say, do you know what, I'm just going to be who I am. Now, I'm not saying in any way, so shut the door and never speak to your family again. But I think you're being encouraged here to let go of, for example, what they say in a treatment centre is, you know, you have an addict and they're addicted to, let's say, this time alcohol. It's great to take them out of the family and give them a chance to look at what they've done and heal. But if you put them back into exactly the same situation, then of course they're going to drink again, because it was that situation that pretty much not drove them to drink, but encouraged the addictive behaviour. And that might just be, you know, I'm not getting enough attention because there's 13 children, or then there could be other alcoholics in the family. There are all sorts of reasons for that. And on that note, so what they're sort of saying is sometimes you can tell that a situation is not very good for you, and going back into it and expecting it to be different every time is the definition of insanity. And I know it's challenging around the family because they're your family, and they're supposed to be there for you and love you and cherish you and look after you, but not all families do that. So what I think this conflict resolution, if I could speak properly, is about is really standing on your own 2 feet and allowing situations to affect you because you allow them to, rather than because you keep going back to the same thing and you know, circumstances that are never going to change, because everybody's just in the world being who they are. Most of them don't even know that sometimes there's a chance to heal and go on to a personal spiritual journey and start healing the past. That's not true for most people who live in the world. They just carry on with their daily life, getting a bigger car and a bigger house, or getting more into debt, or whatever it is they've chosen to do. So walk away from those situations that you can walk away, specifically around the family. And I feel like if there was some bad energy or whatever at Christmas, it's related to that. Stand your ground. Angel of support, the universe has heard your silent plea for help. And what I feel this relates to, so we said clear your space in week 1, get some stuff and give it to the charity or the thrift shop, as you say in America. Clear out some space, because what I'm seeing is the universe has heard your call. It always does. It's impossible for it not to. But there was too much clutter up to this point for anything to come in. It feels like, as I'm looking at your space, it just feels really full and aggravated. I don't know why I'm saying that. But what the angels are saying is, you know, once the space is cleared, you know, you've cleaned all the dust off the windows, you've been in there and managed to get the energy moving around under the bed because you pulled out all those empty bags and whatever it was you had stored under there. So as long as the energy can move around the room properly or around the house properly, then some really good stuff can come in. And what I'm seeing is someone standing outside a door knocking on the door. So to me that means opportunity is standing outside knocking on the door. So as long as you've cleared your space, you've recognised which conflicts are no good for you and you walk away from them as best you can, then opportunity can knock on the door. And the goddess of the unknown, who is just this mysterious dark beauty, is encouraging you to really let go of the fear and move into the unknown, because it's exciting. And I feel really whipped up and excited about that for you and with you. And of course this reading is for me too, so thank you very much. So I feel like we're just waking up from winter still, possibly a little bit sooner than we should be in the UK. We need to clear some space. We need to leave behind some conflicts that we've been carrying around a bit too long. We need to understand that opportunity is knocking at the door, and then we need to throw the door open and welcome in change. And there's only one thing that's true all the time, and that is change happens all the time. Every time we breathe out, every time we breathe in, that's change. And the human condition is such that generally we like to try and control everything, and the problem is you can't control anything, especially not other people. My favourite expression is they're just in the world being who they are. And if I'm constantly getting upset with someone, the problem is mine because it's upsetting me, because probably they don't even know they're upsetting me or why I would be getting upset. So we are being asked, all of us, to really look at our behaviour. So if you're always projecting all your anger onto other people, this is a really good time to start looking at, why am I angry all the time? What is it about me that I need to express this grief all the time, or this fear? But in this reading we're talking about embracing the unknown, so change, and letting go of all the fears. And how that is being shown to me is, again, we've got someone knocking on the door. So I really feel like towards the end of March there's going to be a really good opportunity knocking on the door. And the strange thing for me is it's a man dressed in a suit with a really nice electric red tie, and he's got one of those really old-fashioned suitcases, you know, a bit battered and bruised, but in old leather, so from the sort of 1930s. And it's just got change written on it, so it's written in red. So the briefcase has got change written on it. And I know some people look at change and go, oh, I don't want to. But other people look at change and go, oh my gosh, look at the possibility, look at the way, look at how exciting this could be. And you're being asked to look forward with excitement. So March in the UK is a very bizarre and interesting time, because on the 29th of this month coming we are supposed to be leaving the EU. I don't even know if that's going to happen, how it's going to happen, or what it's going to mean if it does happen. And I don't really want to go into politics when I'm doing an age reading, but shall we say that it's probably healthier to look forward to this change that I'm just talking about, leaving the European Union, than sitting here with my head in my hands going, oh no, it's going to be awful. So I understand that that's probably not going to make me very popular, but I'm much more of a let's see where the chips lie, kind of fall, you know, you throw them up in the air and let's see what pattern they make, and then decide how to go forward. So having just brought Brexit in at the end there, which was strange, I feel that we need to, let go of who we think we are. That's interesting with the Brits, isn't it? Walk away from conflicts that we cannot win. I mean, just really having a good look. So that's in week 2. Know that your prayers have been answered, that you've at least been heard, and then embrace the future with excitement. Allow it to be full of possibility and potentiality. So on that note, is there anything else you want to say? They're saying, so there's a real big call to be really gentle with yourself this month. I feel like the summer's going to be a really exciting, active time. And I feel like in the month of March, they're asking you to be very gentle, especially with all these changes and all this self-inquiry that they're asking you to do because of the, you know, look at the conflicts you can walk away from, etc., etc. So thank you, angels, for allowing me to be of service. I hope that's helpful. Please do ask me any questions you want to. You're very welcome to book yourself a personal reading. Just go to the website spiritualgrowthtools.co.uk, and I'm also on Facebook as spiritualgrowthtools.co.uk, so you can find me on there. And I really hope this is helpful. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.